Hello, welcome to the game that I know basically everything about. Sorry if the background sound is very, very, very quiet because I cannot figure out how to use this new screen recorder. Also, the screen recorder makes my game super laggy. Please put your ideas down in the comments because I don't want to have to deal with this every single video. Okay, hello. So, here just spawned a new world, incredibly laggy because no screen recorder wants to work for me, so basically the first thing that you want to do when you spawn a world is look around and see if it's one they would like to keep. Here, with the incredible amount of lag that's nearly unplayable for me, this is why I need a screen recorder. Please give me ideas. Here, this does look like a cool spawn because one, it's in a birch forest next to a taiga, and that's a mega taiga over there. And this is still incredibly laggy. I hate this. Yeah, so over here, mega taiga, that's a really cool spawn. So I really also want to keep this now because mega taigas, those are one of the rarest biomes. I don't want to get it too complicated for the first video, but this is a really cool spawn. One, you want to be next to trees, and this place, it looks like it's infested with trees. One of the other things you want is just animals for food and stuff, which there's a chicken right there, and I think there might be another chicken. And down there, there's a cave. You would also want to look for like a area, because especially for new players, caves might look very intimidating because of the darkness and the mobs that come out of them. So you mainly, like for just a player who's been playing a lot, basically as long as you see stone it and you don't really have to make a deep hole down, then you're fine. So that will be good for me, but like for new players, here would not really be a good spawn because there's not really a ton of stone, although you can easily grab stone, and it looks like the cave only goes like around like that, so it won't be that bad. But then over here there is like stone facing out of this little cliff face here, so that would be good. And it looks like there's two feathers on the ground here. Oh, because there's a fox here. Okay. First Minecraft knowledge of the day. Foxes will... The mob fox, which is the thing that literally just ran away and went somewhere down there, will basically, their one source of food is chicken. So basically killed that chicken, and if you saw those particle effects around it, it was hunger because it ate raw chicken, and raw chicken does have like a chance of giving you the hunger effect. So it gave it the... So basically, then it also ate the meat, so it got the hunger effect. So first thing that you really want to do before the day runs out, since it's almost like it's about like already a quarter of the day done, so I would really like to get going before the mobs come out and kill me. So first thing you really just want to do, cut down the tree. And here, there is a maximum reach in Minecraft, so like right after this block, I will not be able to mine that block. So here, since leaving trees floating to me is like one of the worst things you can do in Minecraft, although I do it a ton of times to myself, I don't want to ruin this first survival world here, so I'm going to cut down the whole tree. So basically what I like to do is I go to the first tree, and then I cut down all the wood. Then with all the wood that I got, I usually like to aim for at least 5. I will then craft wooden planks to make a crafting table here, and then spend at least 3 wooden planks on each to make sticks. Then, for what I usually do is go to a wooden pickaxe and go straight to stone tools, but since I'm trying to make this into a Minecraft guide, I'm going to just start off with all wooden tools. Also, this little crafting book right here will basically bring up like a ton of little things, which is basically recipes you unlocked in it. And basically here, the showing all thing will bring up every single crafting recipe you unlocked, but clicking it again, where it says showing craftable, will only be the recipes you unlocked and only the ones that you can craft right now. So, the first set of just all wooden tools. So I have a full set of all wooden tools now. I usually like to close the crafting book right after, if I do end up using it. And here we have our first set of wooden tools. And here, wooden tools have less durability than the higher tools like stone and stuff. So like here, 58 out of 59, since I just cut the crafting table and brought it back, so it has 58 out of 59 durability, which you can find like straight under the attack speed and attack damage. And basically there's a Fox, you can be quiet, please. I'm trying to record a clip. So basically, it's even sleeping. How is it making noise? Okay, yeah, so basically the tools that you have will run out of durability eventually, but there is some enchantments that'll allow it to last longer, which I'll get into way later once we actually have a ton of stuff like that. So here, the next thing that I would like to go for, and the next thing that you should also go for, is look for coal. Just like walk around your area and try to see if you can find any coal. And this lag is so bad. This is probably like the 20th time I've asked this, but please leave a comment of a good screen recorder that I can use, because I don't want to deal with this another time. Also, it's hard on my eyes, and it's probably hard on the eyes for you as well. Okay, so there's some coal up there, but that is a bit risky to go to, especially for beginning players. Up there, I'd probably risk it. That's a cave I do not want to fall down as well. Down here, that's some coal that I would like to get to. And we also have to mine stone to get there, which also allows to gain some other resources. So, and I would recommend, once you cut a couple blocks in, to go to your crafting table and craft one of the... And for some reason it is not showing up in my crafting book. That's weird. But the thing that you always want to make, torches. Lots and lots of torches. Because torches, these are basically just, well, I mean, not lots and lots, but you do want to at least have torches for your first night, because they're light sources. They disable mob spawns from like a certain area, and they're really useful, especially for your first night, and especially a ton of stuff like that. So now I'm gonna finish mining up the rest of this coal, and I'll meet you soon. Hello, I'm back. I have finished mining all that coal, and here, durability, wooden pickaxes don't last that long, so we'll want to upgrade to stone tonight. And also, as you can see behind me, up at the tree levels on top of the hill, the sun is now setting, and it's getting really close to nighttime. So the next thing that I want to talk about is making your first shelter. Make your first shelter. Basically, you can just mine into like any little area. Like, you can literally just like mine a couple blocks into this dirt hill, and then just like put some blocks above you here and just like sit there for the night. But the thing is, that is a bit more boring, and you will want like some space to move around. Otherwise, the game, especially for your first night, gets boring super quickly. So here, inside this area that we dug the coal out from, this is the area where I am planning to make the first shelter, because if the place where you mine coal like leads to like some dark cave or somewhere they don't really want to go, you can just like find like another area, and like we could just like mine in right here. And like a good idea would be to have like this little inclined area, because it'll also make it a bit harder for mobs to like pathfind up to you here. Basically, it'll just make it harder for mobs to come up here, and it'll be easier for you to fend them off. Also, I'm gonna cut another tree down, because we will most likely want some more wood tonight. Also, that's the first birch tree of the world. Sacred birch. Okay, so as you can see, now it's really starting to get dark, and the trees are starting to have this little shadow under them, so now it's really time to start. Okay, so in here, basically this is the area where we made our first house. I'm going to move the torch to here and light up some of the area around the base, or around the shelter. Inside, you do want to act fast before nighttime approaches or nighttime comes, and you want to... I'm just going to fill that one with wooden planks because I don't really care. Here, night is really getting here fast, so you want to also craft a door, because here. So if you're short on wood, don't craft a door and then just like put in like a little block there, which will like stop most mobs from coming to you. But if you do have like a decent amount of wood and you can spare some wood like me, put in a door. Doors will block all mobs except for zombies that can pound down your door if you're playing on a higher mode. So here, torches, first night shelter. And this lag is starting to really get to me now. Sorry, I'll stop mentioning it. Okay, so next thing that you really want is a furnace. Furnaces, these things are really helpful. The reason is you can smelt like a ton of things in here, which can really help. The thing is, for the first night right now, we don't really have much to smelt, and they're like, although here we could craft charcoal and stone, the thing is we don't necessarily really need those two blocks right now, because charcoal is basically just coal. So we have 21 coal, that's not really going to be a problem, and cobblestone is a bit better because we can craft other things with it. So right now, basically the next thing that we will really want to do is basically really what you want to do is just wait out the night. This is probably the most boring part. But during your first night, you do want to have a bit more fun. So, best idea, upgrade to stone. Boom. We even got a nice little advancement. So, here, you want to... And here I'm basically just going to try to expand this little shelter and make it bigger and more livable than just a tiny little box. Well, I mean, this whole place will always be a tiny little box, but for now, this is better. Or good. So, I'm going to expand the shelter and meet you back later. Hello again. So, while I was mining, I found this little area that is poking out to another area out there, and here... baby zombies are able to crawl through here, so for now, I'm just going to block that up so nothing can really come through and disturb me. And also, expanding this area, I also moved the crafting table and furnace over here for like a little workbench area, and not much has really happened since then. I'm just waiting for this darn moon to set and the sun to freaking rise. But on the bright side... with the cobblestone that I got from expanding this place, we can now upgrade most of our wooden tools to stone tools. And that's really going to help in the matter of a lot of different things. Because, one, stone tools are faster. Second, stone tools have way more durability, so they are really, really, really handy in a lot of things. I have a full set of stone tools now. Also, a new thing to introduce. If you feel like your inventory might get a bit crammed and you're worried about if you die from a creeper or zombie or something if you wander outside before daytime comes, the best idea to do there is to put 2 logs in here, or at least make sure you have 8 planks. Then just basically just make a square here and it'll craft a chest. Chests will basically have like the exact space as your inventory, like minus your hotbar where my stone tools and chest is. Like basically here, this area is basically how big chests are. So they are really handy for keeping a lot of your supplies. Also, if you're wondering how I'm instantly throwing stuff in, basically, like, yes, I could just drag them and stuff like that, but the easier way is to shift and then click. So like the way you basically pick them up and place them down, or like pick them up from the chest and then drop them in your inventory, you could do shift plus that, and then it'll just like instantly throw them into those different areas. So for now, there isn't really much in here that I really need besides my stone tools. And now I'm basically just playing the waiting game until the sun rises and I can go back out. Okay, hello. I just checked like a couple seconds ago, and it is daytime. But one recommendation, especially for new players, is to wait in your shelter after it turns daytime a tiny bit longer, because then mobs will have the chance to despawn, which basically means just disappear from existence, so you'll have less mobs to deal with when you walk outside. Also, skeletons and zombies will burn in the daytime, so you also have to not deal with them unless they're hiding under trees. That's the one bad thing of living in a forest, but I'm gonna brave it, and I'm just gonna wander out. So, and here it is back to daytime and still super laggy. Also, there's a creeper right there. See that little thing right here? This thing, if it gets close to you or you get close to it, it's going to explode. Good thing it's sort of trapped down there and there's not really a way for it to come up to us, so we're going to leave that thing alone for it to despawn, and we're going to continue on like our new little adventure. And today, what I was planning for this lovely Minecraft day here, which hopefully does not have any skeletons living under these trees ready to shoot us, is I was really just thinking about these really tall taiga trees here, and let me get up here, and I really like this setting here, and I think it would be cool to have like a little tree house, because also the way that popped into my mind is because when I first started playing Minecraft, my very first survival base was like basically like a little tree house inside of these tall trees here, so that's sort of my idea. Also, as you can see, down on the right, where the footsteps is sort of pointing over to the left, you can see basically they look like little drumsticks. That's hunger, and basically when it goes down, you can't really walk anymore, and then also, if you're on hard mode, you will die from it. And if you're in normal mode, you will just take damage until you get down to like half a heart, and then it's just really hard to survive from there. So, my idea for today, besides building like a little base there, or starting to build a little base, is to find an animal and kill it. Sounds really, really awful, but I mean, it's sort of what we have to do right now, because otherwise I'm going to starve to death, and I can't really wander around this place at all. Especially since my hunger is getting really low. But the bad thing is, I guess there was only chickens here, because I guess that fox killed like every animal here. And also, although you see squids there, you can't make them into calamari, so don't think of that. 5 animals they can really get. The 3 animals they can actually get food from is chickens, sheep, cows, pigs, and rabbits. Rabbits are hard to catch, so those are sort of a tiny bit more off the menu, but the best food sources that come from cows or pigs. So while I'm wandering in this gigantic taiga biome here, with again a ton of lag, I will stop. I can't promise that though. I'm going to try my best to look for any animals, like right there. Also, sweet berries. You see those little plants with those things that look like roses? Also, there's a ton of pigs here, so I sort of just came to Food Central right here, and if you get squeamish at a pixelated sheep dying, look away now. And if you also get squeamish at a pixelated pig getting chopped by a stone sword, again, look away. Oh, this pig knows. This pig knows he's gonna die. He's tried wandering under the tree and running away. You're gonna die too. They know. They literally know they're gonna die. You can die as well. No, you die. There we go. Okay, so I'm done killing animals for now. I have 3 raw mutton and 3 raw pork chop. If you don't want them to be raw, you can, before I killed the animals, I could have set them on fire, and then if they died while they're on fire, they drop cooked food. But also you can cook them in a furnace, and before we do that, I'm going to pick up all these sweet berries for another quick food source when I need them, like right now, because sort of hungry, as you can tell by my... Yeah, so here, these sweet berries will not really gain that much hunger, but they're a good food source for early game. Also, I am now looking at all these trees, and I think I need to... And I now just need to find like an area where there's a big group of these trees together where I can build it. Like, there might be good, especially since it's right next to the river here, but I think those might be a bit too close. So I'm just trying to look for like an area. I'm still looking for a group of trees, but I have found... Oh, right around that area. That looks pretty good right here. Okay. So here, I think I just found the area where I'm going to make my little base right here. Yeah, right around this area, especially right next to this nice little pond. This looks really cool. Actually, you know what? Right up there has way more space. This place has more space right up here. So this I'm going to turn to my area. Also, we're going to need a lot of wood to build this. So, the way that... And since these trees have a ton of wood here, the way I like making it is doing this. Just basically cutting 3 blocks up and then going here and just like staircasing like a little build all the way up to the top. Okay, so we have reached the top here. And just in case there might be like another cool place to build this, I'm going to mine up here and see if I can find any other areas. There's a plains biome over there. That's pretty useful to know. I don't really see anything else here. There's their starting base, and since it's actually starting to get... The sun's starting to get low in the sky, I don't think it'll be good to go all the way back over to our starter base, and I think we might just set up camp here. And we'll probably want some stone as well, so we'll probably just walk down, make like a little quick cave. So this does still seem like a decent group of trees to build this. And then once you make the staircase, literally just stand in the very middle of all 4 blocks and then just cut down the staircase like this. Here, this is basically like the place where I want to build it, and I have decided to use ladders to make this area. So we're going to go up until all the trees are sort of like around the same level. It's like about a tiny bit higher, actually. Right about here seems almost good. Probably just like a couple blocks taller. Yeah, this looks pretty good. And up here, I can barely see a thing, so I'm going to make some spruce planks. Platform here right now, and now I'm going to make... Guess what I'm making? Torches. How'd you know? Because it's sort of dark here and I want light. Okay, this spider is trying to come up and get us, so first combat here, and now it's trying to go to the other tree. Did it just fall all the way back down? Yeah, it did. Dude, I'm right here. Come on. Come on up. Use the ladder. Don't be a wimp. There we go. Now come up here so I can knock you off and kill. It just kills itself. Okay, then. Okay, then. So. And I'm going to create a furnace. And smelt up my food. Or cook, whatever. Cook up my food. I feels like a decent place to end the video. For now, next episode will come out soon, but most likely sooner if you can come up with a screen recorder that will work and not lag out my game as much as this, because this is really sad. And okay, so over there, that's basically the area where we made our starter base, and here is sort of where we're making the base. And I do have some plans for next episode of what we're going to do, including expanding this area. But for now, this has been the pork chop man, and the stone and pork chop man. And I just broke the tree. Nice. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Minecraft Guide, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.